Hello, you awesome high school staff. We haven't read this for a while, our theme of the year. I'm going to start today's flipped Friday staff call with it. Choose to matter. You are enough. You have influence. You are a genius. You have contributions to make. You have a gift that others need. Your actions define your impact. You are the change. You matter. If you don't have this hanging up where you can read it every day, let me know and I'll send you one and hang it up because you do matter. And I want you to always remember that. Here's our mission and our vision and values. I'm not going to read them, but if you want to pause them and read them, I think that it's always important to know, what we stand for, who we are. What a week. What a great, crazy week. I think I put in some PLC lead chat this week. What a lovely, horrific week. Jackie Hall's like, horrific? I'm like, I'm sorry, I shouldn't be saying words in an IM group chat on late in the afternoon or whatever. I didn't mean it that way, but it was just, it was a big week. The amount of, I feel like I heard from more learning coaches and students this week than I have all quarter. You guys probably feel the same way. Thank you for all you do. Take a glimpse at our calendar for next week. We have a long weekend, no school Monday, and teacher work days on Tuesday for you to finalize grades, so no students Tuesday. And first day of this third quarter is midweek next week, Wednesday. Friday next week, there's a few things. We have an assembly at 11:30. Please come. There's a flipped staff call I'll send about noon. My goal will be to send it at the same time that we have it. And science fair's at 2 for the science team. Here is all the mattering for this week. Things like this make a difference. I challenge you to find at least 2 people a week to tell them that they matter. I'll let you click pause and read all the mattering. Here's our student, or not our student spotlight. That's more what I'm used to doing. Teacher spotlight. Zach Hancock is our teacher spotlight. He's our geography teacher. He's been with us this year. He's brand new since August. Here is his cute family. Oh, that darling family. Brooklyn, Kaysen, and Kaylor. If I'm not saying that right, I apologize. 5, 2, and 5 months. That's a busy, busy house. One of my favorite quotes, I forget the movie, but it's like, with the cogs that dream, and they say, I could tell there was a lot of love in this house. These pictures look like there's a lot of love in these pictures. CrossFit, hunting, fishing, biking. I didn't know you liked CrossFit. Zach, we'll have a lot to talk about. Geocaching. And there's some more great stats about him that I don't need to just read at you. You can pause. But Zach, thanks so much. You do bring a lot to our school, and we are happy to spotlight you and have you aboard on our team. Say what? My little teaser I put in the high school chat. You've probably heard it from your PLC leads because we talked about it yesterday. We can thank our head of school, Mrs. Megan Meredith, for approving. I asked her at the beginning of the week if I could have incentive for the entire high school, faculty and staff, mentors, counselors, teachers, administrators, all of us, to leave early on half day on Friday, January 26th. But how? How could I ever possibly just be approved to just shut my computer at noon on Friday the 26th? Let's hit our passing rate goal. That's how. And it's not out of reach. And I can't think of anything better than the gift of time. Let's do it. Let's do it. We have Tuesday close of business is when grades are done. You guys have known about this goal for a while. You've been working at this all year. We know this is important. This isn't brand new news. The incentive, however, being able to leave early, could be new news. And I wanted to tell you it with my face and my voice that look for next Friday's flipped call, the announcement to be made if we did or we didn't. Block 1, we were at 76 6, like 0.6 or something. And now we're adding the core classes, and sometimes the core classes, because they're all year, you know, they weigh out differently. So this is a lofty goal, but I know we can do it. I know we can. We should party. We should plan a party for Friday night on the 26th. Part-time students do count. We'll factor in every single student that counts in this data and celebrate. Well, we haven't had new students since August. Brand new. K-8 takes new students every week. Thank you, K-8. Or every couple. I'm not sure their timeline anymore. I shouldn't say every week, but we're getting new ones again. They're coming this semester. Now it's difficult. We have January brain to remember August brain, but August brain was welcome videos, welcome emails, welcome guides of baby steps of how to understand what in the world is this virtual setting all about. This is a lot. This is a lot, I know, to ask teachers, mentors, counselors, every person that's watching this, because you have 90% of your caseload that's already needing you, that's in the system, you know, day by day, routine. And then you have these, you know, 10% more, however many more come that need an entirely new, different set of things from you. Like a brand newborn baby. While you have your 5th grader already in school, now you have a newborn baby and you're trying to welcome this new baby and teach them how to come to your house and take care of your 5th grader. These analogies this week I have, they are just coming to me. We got to do it though. These new students are important. We don't want them to just enroll and then leave. We don't want that. We want to retain them. We want them to feel secure, that they have a person, that they are that they have those clear little steps along the way to how they can, you know, how they brought up to speed. How is that built in? You might need a welcome video for your return, like the kids, hey, it's new semester for everyone, but then you also might need you're new to my class. I'm Mrs. Seymour. This is what I'm all about. And it might be fun to make a welcome video, again, just for everyone with some new facts about you. This is what I'm all about. It's always fun for them to connect to you. Those small things are really important. I trust that you have things ready for them, and that'll be on the weekly checklist too. What it'll say. What do you have ready for your new Upload your welcome email or your welcome video in this folder on next week's weekly checklist. So let's just throw it in the air for Brittany Wanless for taking care of blue yellow track. I don't know why I wanted to say another color in there because of the commas. I'll put the Google Doc that as a hot link in the email, as a hot link, so you can see what to send your students if they think that they should be approved from you to be on the blue track or the yellow track. Blue track meaning they got this so hard they can do this without class, and yellow track meaning they have a class conflict. They can't come to class so because they have another class or they have work or life situation happening at that time, so they need approval to not be there, and we'll approve it. Always, if there's an idea that you've ever seen or had with any of these processes and systems that we talk about as a team, never hesitate to shoot me your idea and your brainchild and your aha moment. They're always welcome. Always. I value, like, to the core, other people's perspectives and what they see in every aspect of our school. If you're like, why do we do this way? Why do we do this way? Say something, please. Please, I want to know if there's any system and any template and any this worked great, this didn't, and why are we doing this, and why are we? We're a team here. I expect you to do that. Like, you're in the position you're in to do that for us. We need you to do that. Like, that's your genius that you're bringing. We need you to do that. Okay, in staff call last week we voted.
on March PD. We didn't. Regional PD was it wasn't wonderful last year. It was good, but we're going for great. So here's the responses. If you can see, 67% voted for PLC, 32% voted for all school. So it is face-to-face. Work your PLC leads and you will decide on either which Friday. Also, PLC leads, we have a meeting next Tuesday, and so we'll get more detailed from there, and they'll be able to send and start rolling with more specifics, because I'm sure that location is on your mind and time and things like that. Here's what I can promise you, however. I would not ever say this is important and we should do this if it wasn't important. Yeah, sometimes when you get face to face, it feels like you're just talking a lot. I could pull up any of these books on my shelf, not any of them, a lot of them, and find so much research behind how important just relationships are for your team, for your students, for this school, for this entire ship or bus, whatever system I want, whatever thing I want to call it, they are. If you're in your PLC PD and you're working on analyzing your curriculum design, say, and you start talking about last night's football game, and so it takes you on a 15-minute discussion about something that connects a few of you. Yeah, it took 15 minutes away from your curriculum design, but it also built a level of trust and empathy and connection and respect that goes very far, especially because the other 80% of our time we're virtual, and those connections are remembered. I could actually probably say that I'll remember personal conversations with you guys maybe more than the productivity we got done, or we're more productive because of the personal things we've shared about each other, or we trust each other more, or we work better together. And it doesn't I'm not saying you have to share personal stuff and that you have to talk for hours about your deepest, darkest secrets. That's what I'm saying. But what I'm saying is, don't think that I want you to do face-to-face PD because I want to add a million things to your plate. And don't think that if you have side conversations about something else that it's a burden, because it's not. Of course, there's balance. Of course, the school isn't going to pay for your mileage, and I'm going to try to get PTO to sponsor lunch. We're going to try to do lots of really great, awesome things for you guys at your PLCs. For you just to sit there and talk about your kids and football and marriage and your travel plans for the whole day. No, because we have goals, and we have a lot to get accomplished, and we're going to hit our goals. So, but what I'm saying is face-to-face time is critical. It just really is. Really is. And we're going to use it. We're going to utilize it. So you can count on March face-to-face time. And if most of your team lives up north and you're like clear down in St. George, or you're clear down, or you're clear of most of your teams in the middle of the state and you're clear up by Idaho, email me. Like, I'm not expecting you to also make really insane, plans and things like that, when we also, have virtual ways that we can make things happen as well. So just email me and we'll talk about that. We'll get more specific on that. And if you have problems with that, let me know. Even though, and I live clear down in southern Utah, and I come up north a lot for meetings and face-to-face time, and I always think,
oh, I could just do this virtually, or I could have just done. Every time though that I end up north in a meeting, in a work session, wherever, I always end up leaving saying, oh, wow, I got more done today than I probably did in 2 months at that exact task, or I feel more connected to, or I'm more ahead of blah, blah, blah. Face to face time, it just is that important. And it is just one of those things that while we're virtual and, you signed on board knowing that you're doing this job from home, um, there are going to be those times that face to face is also a part of your job and will make your job better. I promise. I promise it will. Um, and if that's too much for you, and it's not, what you signed up for, let me know. Like, I don't want people to hate every day of their life at this job, and that's not the point. So let's just have that open line of communication. So more will come on March PD. Our full academic year focus kids, that was really awesome. In PLC that you guys started that on Monday. And I even already looked in all those math team documents. They're crazy good. Good job, math team. And if other teams got theirs uploaded, I looked on Wednesday. So I'm sorry if I haven't seen yours yet. I'll put this hot link in the updates though email, because Brittany did record a video. Thank you, Brittany, of the specific process better, like so that you could pause it, not better than she explained, but so that you can pause it and go through the steps and get this done. This is like money. I mean, this is strategic money in our pockets money. When you talk about having a goal and having steps, when you talk about knowing the rules to a game and playing a game and scoring points in a game, this is money. This is us knowing the perfect plans and way to play a game. This is important. Knowing these full academic year students, knowing the concepts that they did not master, knowing if they're engaged right now with you in class and will do work and learn something, even if they were a 1 and not proficient, even if they show growth, that's points for our school. So we're not just forgetting about those ones, right? We're not forgetting about any student. We love all students. And that's why we're in education. But this is really good. This is really good. Talk about having your specific item, product manifested, like in your brain out loud, that you are going to achieve. This is your list. These are your full academic year kids that are on your SAGE scores. You guys rock. Like starting so early, like I'm just so, I just love it. So awesome. Okay, grades. This is from John. I just barely got her before I started making this. He said he has not received any word from K-12 about the export to SIS button being fixed in the online school. So we're led to believe it's still being worked on. I heard this happen before, and when it did, it was out for like a week. Who knows, maybe it'll get fixed over the weekend. In the event it does not get fixed, teachers will need to enter their grades manually into Total View. I have my peanut butter and cream cheese because I'm doing the like high-fat keto thing right now, but you can grab your like chocolate or your sugar. Just wanted to give you a heads up in case to pass along to teachers, because it is more work. So I understand if they want to wait. We don't need grades showing until Tuesday. So if you want to wait till Tuesday. And then I'll attach the QRG that Brittany and John worked on for grades. That's all. Thank you for being awesome. Have a great weekend. It's a long weekend. I'm excited to see what you do on this long weekend. I know most of you will probably be grading papers. The time and effort and energy you give this job and your students is a big deal. I just got off the phone with a mom, maybe a couple hours ago. They moved, so she needed to withdraw. They moved to Las Vegas. They're going to another school down there. And she said, "We're going to miss your school so much. We've had such a good experience there. We hope we get teachers that are just as awesome. And we have nothing bad to say about your school." And my heart was just like so big, because those are real human, like those, you're impacting people. I cannot think of anything else more rewarding than literally impacting and changing people's lives, let alone the dynamic and then sometimes the niche or the students that we service. Connecting and servicing these students and helping them succeed, it's a big deal. It really is a big deal. It really matters. They need you. And it is exhausting. The long phone calls, long nights grading plans, emails coming in, IMs coming in, one person asking this of you, another person asks it, and then let alone, all of your life coming in, your significant other and your kids and your stress with money, let alone all the other stuff that can come in and just create kind of this distraction and this inner everything that goes on. Your ability to focus on your job and understand why you're doing what you're doing and connecting with your students, although it's through a computer, and being their person and their advocate and helping them in ways that they've needed help for a long time, is a big deal. It just is. And it's not cliche. Like, you're changing lives. You're making people's lives better. You're giving them hope, and you're giving them knowledge, and you're giving them connection, and you are. And all of that time and effort, I know, because a phone call like I just got, they are few and far between. Most of the other ones that I've had all week are the draining ones that seem to be the ones that, take up most, that feel like, take up most of our time, or is bigger population. We have to remember these gems. They are there. I challenge you to remember the gems, you guys. Even if you have to write them down, I'm going to stick it up. Even if you have to write them down and stick them up all over your office on days when you're like, all these kids turn in their work late, and I'm so sick of this, and I have 20 emails, and I have 100 phone calls to make, and I have 93 kids that aren't passing. Yeah, that's overwhelming. That is overwhelming. Don't do that to yourself. You're in control of that. Don't do that to yourself. Don't let yourself take the huge, overwhelming obstacles that we do have and grab the obstacle and throw it at your face. Don't. Just take one step. Just take one little step up that mountain instead of that huge mountain. Just take one step, change your mindset, and know that if you've done your part to take that one step up that mountain, that's all you can do at this point. And you're going to be proud of that. And you're going to do the best dang job with that one step you can do. And you're going to fill your bucket and be done. Don't let the insurmountable, at times, like exhausting 93 that are failing, and 100 phone calls to make, and 60 kids that haven't turned in this essay. That is overwhelming. I'm not negating that fact. Don't let yourself get into that self-talk, because we basically ain't got time for that, because we are too good for that. We're on the right track. We are. Every single angle of this school, we are. I love it. I'm so proud of you guys. We've made it half of a school year. Half of a school year. Seriously, And the second half, I think, is going to fly even more because of it starts to pick up momentum and become a little bit more busy with testing and things like that. Always shoot me your ideas and suggestions. Always ask me any questions. Thank you for picking up when extra duties, when all of our friends go on maternity leave, or they have family things, or illnesses, or we have teachers with move jobs or move positions, or we have teachers leave. Thank you. Thank you for picking up extra duties if I say I need you to really do this, or thank you. It is a team. Like, we know the goals of our school and we are a team. And I feel that strength even though I'm not right by you. And I really hope that you guys know that I am behind you and that you matter to me, and that you can feel my passion and my strength and my belief in you, even though I'm not right by you either. You deserve everything. And if your students don't tell you enough, because right now you're just bogged down in the 93 that haven't turned in their work, just know that you do matter. You do make a difference. You're definitely, I would definitely always choose you to be on my team, obviously. Have a great weekend. Talk to you soon. Bye.